Yo, what's up, Broncos country? How's it going today, guys? Wanted to hop on here and make this video this morning as the news has broken that the Broncos are going to be releasing Justin Simmons. I know a lot of people are upset about this move, mostly because they think the Broncos should at least try to trade him to get something back. But I was actually talking to another friend of mine today, and he said the reason why they didn't trade him is because they probably tried to, but with so many safeties getting cut, no one was going to give up any draft picks for him. I know that's crazy to say because he's arguably one of the best safeties in the league, but still, uh, that's the reason why they didn't trade Simmons and they're outright cutting him. You know, that, and also the fact that cutting Simmons clears up $14.5 million, I believe, against the cap. And with the Russell Wilson contract, we're going to have to, we got to clear cap. We're already $22 million over. Russ, we're paying $34 million to this year, if not maybe more. Who knows how they decide to divide that up? And then you still gotta sign players from free agency. You might have to sign some of your own guys if you want to keep them. So I'm not too upset about this move. I knew it was going to happen. I just thought we'd trade them, but after my friend pretty much described to me that they probably tried to, but the fact is that no one's going to trade picks for a safety if they know the Broncos are going to have to cut him anyway. So, this to me signifies the rebuild is coming 100%. Like, they know that they're going to have to eat the Russell Wilson dead cap. They're trying to make moves to clear up, more cap to pay guys that they want to keep and help with, Russell Wilson contract and the side free agents. Granted, yes, I know the cap went up. I can't remember how much it was, but the cap did go up this year. So, the rebuild is in place. It is happening. And I would not be surprised if we saw Sutton, Judy, maybe even Williams gone. Like, there's a lot of players that might be gone that no one didn't expect or see coming, honestly. The only players I think are possibly safe are Surtain and the guys on the offensive line. Everybody else is open. Whether if that's, like I said, Williams, Sutton, Judy, trying to think of some other guys. Mathis, I'm sure he's gone. That's not going to be a big loss. Maybe even Alex Singleton. DJ Jones. Zach Allen, I don't think is going anywhere. Baron Browning possibly could be gone. Maybe even Jonathan Cooper. Greg Dulcich. I mean, there's a lot. But the good thing is the rebuild is here. And they're finally going to do what they should have done like 6 times over the past 8 years, which is rebuild this freaking roster. By the way, guys, not to tell you, but if I'm talking kind of slow or kind of sluggish, it's because I had a tooth pulled yesterday. But we should have rebuilt the year after 2015. The start of the 2016 season. We should have rebuilt that offseason when Peyton Manning retired. That was the first time we should have rebuilt. The second time was after Kubiak left and, retired. After the 2016 season, we should have rebuilt. Then, the 2017 offseason, it's like, you could have got Kyle Shanahan. And you could have got the rebuild underway and done already and be competing for Super Bowls. You could have had a stacked roster by now. And the Russell Wilson trade never would have happened. You wouldn't be in this situation right now, I believe. Then after 2017, 2018, when Vance Joseph got fired, there's another chance to do a rebuild. They didn't do it. I'd say probably after the second year of Vic Fangio, you had him, 2019, 2020. After the 2020 season, they should have fired Fangio and rebuilt. And then whenever they did fire Fangio finally after the 2021 season, they should have rebuilt. After Hackett last year, they should have rebuilt. But I understand why they didn't last year because of the Russ thing. A lot of people thought, Hackett was a problem, which I believe he was, and wanted to give Russ another year. So they were going to trade Russ or cut him. But now you're entering the 2024 offseason. It's time. It's time to do the rebuild. And if that means, as much as it kills me to say, getting rid of Judy, getting rid of Sutton, getting rid of Simmons, getting rid of Cooper, getting rid of DJ Jones, Javonte Williams, whoever it is, getting rid of these players, clearing up cap space so you can sign, players out of free agency. You can get draft picks out of some of these guys, and rebuild this roster finally the right freaking way. I'm happy to see it. Like, I'm sad to see Simmons go, but I know that Sean Payton has a vision for the future, and I respect it, and I'm here for it. 100% we are getting a quarterback in the draft. That number 12th overall pick, we're getting a quarterback. Now, who that quarterback is, like I said the other day, I have no idea. Could it be JJ? Sure. Could it be Bo Nix? Yeah. Could it be Penix? Yeah. Could it be Daniels? Could they trade up and get him? Yeah. Anything is on the table at this point. And honestly, I believe, like, everybody was freaking out yesterday because Courtland Sutton wiped his, social media of all Broncos stuff. People were freaking out about this. Well, if Sutton goes, he goes. Like, he could be in a trade package to move up to, like, number 3 or number 2 to get the quarterback that they want. Same with Judy. Judy could be packaged on there. It could be Sutton, Judy, and the 12th overall pick moving up to get the quarterback of the future. Sean Payton knows. Most fans know if you don't have owner, GM, head coach, quarterback, you're not going to be successful in this league at all. And it looks like the Broncos are doing the rebuild. They're going to do whatever it takes to get their quarterback of the future. And I trust Sean 100%. I trust him. Like, even if he were to have to trade Surtain, I'd still trust him. I know it sucks. It's a hard pill to freaking swallow. But at this point, it is what it is. You've got to do whatever it takes to get the quarterback of the future and do the rebuild on this team. People wouldn't be upset about this right now, doing the rebuild, trading all these players away, if this was 5 years ago and we didn't have that Russell Wilson dead cap money. No one would care, because honestly, you wouldn't have to get rid of a Simmons. You wouldn't have to trade a Patrick Surtain. You wouldn't have to trade a Courtland Sutton or a Jerry Jeudy. You had the 5th overall pick, what was it, in 2018? Very easily could have got Josh Allen. Very easily could have got the quarterback of the future. Instead, we went with Bradley Chubb. And it hurts to see some of these star players that are on the team, like Simmons, Sutton, Jeudy, heck, even Russell Wilson. As much as I don't think he's a good football player, it hurts because of all the stuff we gave up to get to him. It's just terrible, man. Like, if they had just done the rebuild years ago, this wouldn't have happened. But the rebuild's finally here. I know a lot of you guys are probably going to be like, oh, man, the Simmons trade, or the Simmons being cut, that's crazy. God, how could they do that? Well, you better prepare, because there's probably going to be a lot more coming. Russ and Simmons Russ was the first domino. We all knew it was coming. Simmons, I'm not going to lie, whenever I woke up this morning and saw that they were releasing him, it did shock me a little bit, because I thought they would at least try to trade, but they probably tried to, but no one was going to give up anything. But would I be surprised if Sutton, Jeudy, Williams, Surtain, any of those guys get traded? No, I really wouldn't be. Because at this point, you have to do the rebuild. There's no more delaying it. I understand people are upset, people are ticked off, people are just like, how could you do this, Sean? How could you, get rid of one of the best safeties in the league? It's because you have to. Whenever a team does a rebuild, people ain't going to feel good about it at first. It's going to suck, because you're having to give away or trade away or cut some of your best players. And in our instance, it's worse because of the Russell Wilson contract. Maybe if that Russell Wilson contract wasn't there, you could keep Simmons. And that's a failure on George Payton's part. So if you want to blame anybody, blame George Payton, because he's the reason why the Broncos are stuck in this, dead cap hit with Russell Wilson. Maybe if they don't give him that contract and they cut him, giving up the picks and everything is one thing, but whenever you give him that massive contract, it leads to things like this. If you would just trade all them picks for him, you wouldn't have a dead cap hit of that much, and you could probably keep Simmons right now. And maybe trade some other assets away, but the rebuild's here. Let's embrace it. Let's get ready for free agency in the draft. We know we're getting our quarterback in the draft. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like I still think they're still not going to go after a quarterback in free agency. Whenever Sean's going to want to get his own guy to develop and get him to where he wants him, I think that money that they get out of cutting these players or trading these players is going to be to pay off that 22 negative that we are right now, to pay Russell Wilson's contract, and assign other free agents to fill holes on this roster, at least for 1 year. They might take the brunt of the whole dead cap this year, so I guess we'll have to see. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe on this page, please. And I will talk to you guys later. Peace.